What's the scariest thing that has ever happened to you that your family doesn't know about? I was camping with my cousin last month and we had just got into our tent to try and sleep. I had decided to pull a big man move and not bring a sleeping bag. Big mistake. So I was up pretty much all night because it was cold as shit. I was just finally about to fall asleep when I heard walking outside. I grabbed my gun and laid on the ground and I waited for something to happen. I smelled really bad rotten eggs. The thing brushed up against the tent, then proceeded to start opening the tent. The only thing I saw before I shot at it was a white, long, lanky fingered hand. It had a very low growl. I fired a shot at it. It ran off very, very fast. I shot at it once more outside of the tent before it disappeared into the forest. My cousin crawled out of the tent telling me to stop shooting. He said, "I don't know what you saw, but it doesn't matter now. Just try and get some sleep." He went back to the tent and I started up a new fire and sat in a chair for a couple hours. A little while later a loud pitch scream came from across the valley on a different mountain. I don't know what I saw that night, but I never told anyone and my cousin doesn't even remember waking up. So I guess it's me and anyone who reads this that knows about this story. I was taking the bus to school in a not so great neighborhood and some guy kept asking me if I wanted to get in his car to party. And I kept saying no thank you and that I wasn't the type to skip school, but he said come on like 50 times and waited there until I got on the bus, so pretty creepy situation. Always say no to weird strangers. Was out with friends doing urban exploration. We're all young females, only 3 of us. We were a little hammered, not too much, but enough to be buzzed. We explored and were walking back to her apartment. It was like 2 a.m. and this guy just appears out of nowhere. He was mumbling to himself and blocked our path. We all immediately shove our hands in our pockets where we had knives just in case he wandered to the tree line, and we sprinted past. Her apartment was only a mile away. After a bit we slowed down and started talking to ourselves, now all fully coherent, and all of a sudden we turn a corner and there's the guy again leaning with his head on a fence still mumbling. We pause and stand there for a minute. He slowly turns and looks at us and there's weird red shit all over his mouth and his eyes are rolled back. He screams this horrible sound and runs off. We run all the way back to the apartment and pass out as soon as we get inside. Scary shit, man. Dope, scary, but dope. Thanks for the story, be safe out there.